Well, what led me here, I was going to East 6th Street Christian Church. I was a member there. And my kids and all was members there. I taught Sunday school there and I sung in the choir. Reverend Sims was the pastor. And I had been going to East 6 quite some time before Reverend Sims came. And he came with Lydia and his wife. And so I stayed there with him, and when the Urban League came through, they wanted to remodel or do away with East 6. And the older members that was been there for a long time didn't want that to happen. And so they found out that it wouldn't hurt to have two Christian churches. And so the others that wanted to leave, they decided we would have two Christian churches. So I decided I would go with Reverend Sims, and I knew the McCalls and the Farmers because we was raised together at the Brickyard. And so I decided that I would go with them. And they found this church on 50th and Prospect. Back then, we seen that we had a good church, and we didn't see that it was coming and was going as far as we had been.
Okay.
We was just trying to make that particular church build it up and build up with members, and we did. And so there's a lot of things that when I left Wildewood, East 6th Street Christian Church, there's a lot of things that happened I didn't see that was going to happen. But I'm glad I'm with Wildewood.
Yes.
I'm glad I'm a member of Wildewood Christian Church. My greatest confidence is to be a good member. And I want the members to love me like I love them. And treat everybody the way I would want to be treated. And have love and faith in God. Now, I want the younger generation to know that one of these days they're going to be my age. And they got to keep on living and trust in God and treat their parents the way they're supposed to be treated. That's one thing. Honor thy mother and their father, and your days will be lengthened. And that's one thing I did. I honored my grandmother. I did for her and I thank God for it. I did for my grandfather, and I thank him. Only thing I wanted to do is to give them back what they gave me. But they didn't live long enough for me to do that. But God knew what was in my heart.
Yeah.
My father, I did honored him. My mother, even though she gave me away when I was 3, I accepted her after I got to know her. I didn't see her until I was grown and had 5 kids. But I still honored her and respected her. Because she's the one that brought me here.
Yeah.
And the young people I want them to learn that. To respect your parents and the elders, regardless whether you're parents or not. Respect all elders. Because they could be your father and mother. And that's what I was taught to respect them.
President Abraham Lincoln. Because of the widespread interest in Black history, during the civil rights movement in the South, some schools incorporated Black history into the curriculum, with the hope of starting an intellectual movement that would advance social change. On the other hand, actor Morgan Freeman says a month dedicated to Black history is ridiculous. In a 2005 interview on 60 Minutes, Freeman said, and I quote, "You're going to relegate my history to a month? I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history." And last but not least, countries around the world, including Canada and the United Kingdom, also devote a month to celebrating Black history.